Hi everybody, my name is Brutger. I'm an engineer over here at Terra, and today we're going to open up the crate and show you our brand new EX-30. Alright, once we have the lid off, this is what you're going to see. We have our main housing unit here. All of the necessary hardware and our standard length hoses are going to be here. If you have a machine, sometimes Bobcats and some others need longer hoses, those are going to be off to the side. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the plastic wrap off carefully and take these sides of the crates off. Now we're going to very carefully, without scratching your attachment, take this plastic off and show you some of the new features. Alright, we got most of the plastic wrap off here so you can kind of see what we're working with. This is the standard length hoses with the couplers already on it. If you do need those longer ones, you're going to have to swap the couplers over for your length hose. And then if you can see up here, these are our rubber guards that go in the front here, so you are going to have to assemble those. It's just a handful of simple bolts, and once you get those on, we should be ready to spin it up. Alright, now we're going to assemble the rubber guards onto the EX-30 here, and there's a little bend. That bend goes down and it helps point the rubber part down, so as debris is flying out, it deflects the debris towards the ground and not towards your machine or whatever you're operating around. As you're assembling this, you're actually going to have the bolt head on the bottom and the nut on top. And the reason we do that is the nut has a little bit more height, so as the debris is coming out, it will beat up the nut more than the bolt head. Alright, now that we got everything assembled, we're going to go over some of our key improvements from version 1 to version 2. The main improvement you're going to notice right off the bat is these vertical rails. The reason we did that is we're going to a universal rail mount system, which is going to enable you to use the same excavator coupler on all of our attachments. That's our biggest initiative this year. It's going to use 3 3/4 inch bolts that mount to this, and the rib runs the entire length of the housing, giving it extra stiffness and rigidity, which actually drastically improves the efficiency of our mower. Another change you're going to notice is on this rubber reflection guard, we actually added a little bit of length to both the metal housing and the rubber piece itself to deflect material more efficiently. And we also switched to a new hardened steel material on the shaft itself, giving it a longer wear life. If you're wondering which version you do have, if you're calling for repairs, we have all of that information right here on our ID cards, which has a convenient QR code that will link you to the user manual. This is our EX-30, which is going to be for excavators between 7,000 and 14,000 pounds and ranging between 8 and 26 gallons per minute. Underneath this cover here, we have a direct drive system attached to our Permco motors. What that does is it allows us to use a variety of mowers to make sure your machine is always in optimal flow for the best performance possible. Underneath here with our new hardened shaft, we have 22-pound blades that should give you around a 6-inch cutting capacity and up to 500 hours of cutting if you're not in heavy rock. Another optional add-on we have for this year's EX-30 is an optional thumb saddle. What the thumb saddle lets you do is after you cut down material, you can pick it up and move it without pausing your work. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to attach your new universal rail mount to the new EX-30. Once you have this in between the rails, you're just going to go ahead and take your bolts, put a little bit of Loctite on there so they don't come loose, and go ahead and slip those in from the side. You might have to lift up on it a little bit to get it started. Make sure you get them started by hand to make sure you don't cross thread them when you put them on. We're just going to go ahead and tighten them up to torque. Alright, so when we're tightening this, one thing to keep in mind is we do want to tighten it in a star pattern, just like you do to your lug nuts on your car. So we're going to go here, 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 and then snug up the middle ones. Alright, thanks everybody. I'm glad we got to go over the new improvements in our EX-30 version 2 and the key features on why we're an industry leader. Please go to terra-usa.com with any questions and follow-ups so we can get you out there working today.